What's up guys, Dr. Ash here, going to give you some tips today for how to be successful on meet day. This actually starts about 6 to 8 weeks before your meet actually begins. What you should be doing is practicing the commands over and over again. Every single lift, squat, bench, and deadlift, you should be practicing those commands between 6 and 8 weeks out. If you have access to kilo plates, that's when you should be using those as well. Openers. If you're a novice lifter, meaning you've done 3 competitions or less, I highly suggest that your opener should be somewhere around 80 to 85% of your 1 rep max. This might seem low, but opening conservative gives you the chance to ensure that you are in the meet and there's no bombing out. Your warm-up selection should be no more than 6 to 8 sets total. That includes the bar. Any stretching or band work that you need to do should be done prior to the actual warm time. If you're in flight A, you need to start warming up as soon as you are allowed to, which is usually 30 to 45 minutes before the meet starts. If you are in another flight, B, C, or later, you need to adjust your warm-ups accordingly to what's happening in the flight before you. What I usually do is tell my lifters to divide the amount of warm-up sets they have by the attempts. So for example, if you have 6 warm-ups, it might be a little bit long to do 2 of those warm-ups during attempt 1, 2 during attempt 2, and 2 during attempt 3. So I would advise that they just do their 6 warm-ups throughout 2 attempts. The second and third of squat, bench, or deadlift is whatever is before them. You want your warm-ups to pyramid up. So if they start at 8 reps, every warm-up set, you should be decreasing that frequency to go down to your last one being a 1 rep with commands. You want your final warm-up to be X amount out. And what I mean by that is if you're 4th in your flight, you want to make sure that there's at least 8 lifters going on in the flight before you, plus the lifters that you have before you in your flight. If there's a total of 12 people in your group, you want to be 12 people out when you take your final attempt so that the spacing and time consistency is the same for when you're on the platform for how much time you have in between. It's really important to ask the meet director if they're taking breaks in between events. Sometimes there's a 10 to 15 minute break in between squat and bench and deadlift so that the crew can have time to adjust the platform and also to take a break. That can highly adjust your warm-up selections. Thank you for listening and watching this video. Put questions below if you don't understand anything that I said, or DM me to find out more. Thank you.